Hello, and welcome to our daily spiritual practice, a moment of contemplation and affirmative thought, a devotional practice to the living spirit, the presence that lives within us. As I lit the candle today, I noticed I'm down to the green. The purple is all gone, the blue is all gone, and it's making its way down. This is our 6 a.m. Pacific time, but you may be in a different time zone, and I'd love to know where you are. We are using 365 Science of Mind, a year of daily wisdom from Ernest Holmes, the founder of our movement, Centers for Spiritual Living. And today's reading, well, 22nd of July. You know, it's one of those readings where I really wish I had a couple of weeks of time together to unpack everything that is in here. I understand that there are many people who join us in our practice who are from different faith traditions. Some are Christian, some are not Christian, some are still discovering, some are Jewish, some are all of the above and different. And so I try to represent the ideas in a universal way that can be applicable to all or no faith tradition, because we at Centers for Spiritual Living, we have no conversion mission. There isn't only one way to believe. So today's reading, there is so much of the Christian Bible in it. It's like Dr. Holmes made a chopped salad of Christian ideas. So I'll let it stand as it is, but I just so wish I had time together to unpack the phrases in a universal context, to take the spiritual ideas out. And maybe you do that on your own. Maybe I'm being too not giving you the benefit of the doubt that you can do that for yourself, just like I do for myself. It is titled, I Partake of the Nature of the Living Spirit. And it has a quote from the Jewish Testament, Job 33. Wow, what a book. The Spirit of God, the living Spirit, has made me, and the breath of the Almighty gave me life. Now, Dr. Holmes, writing from his conviction, no one can doubt that the living Spirit is perfect. And Jesus of Nazareth said, be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect. We would say, be ye perfect, even as your Creator, which is in the spiritual realm, is perfect. And Jesus had already located heaven within. He said heaven is within. So that spiritual realm of our Creator is within. And he also said, and now he's quoting a very famous prayer, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. He's quoting what has come to be known as the Lord's Prayer, a prayer that Jesus gave to his followers, saying to them, pray in this way, not meaning for them to repeat, I'm guessing, not meaning for them to repeat the exact words, but in this way means in this style. And there's a lot to unpack there. Because then if we were to examine the style of the Lord's Prayer, we would know everything that we need to know about the affirmative approach to prayer. Because the Lord's Prayer has in it the formula for right understanding of communion with the divine. So he's quoting it, "Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven," by which he meant, Ernest Holmes says, that when we do the will of the divine, when we align ourselves with the will of the divine, we have to unpack that too, that when we do that, earth will be like heaven. In other words, the outside will be like the inside, above will be like below. In other words, that everything will be matched to the truth because it's all one. So, our claims, our affirmation, our prayer, our acceptance, our communion, all of this that we do with the infinite ought to be based on the realization that the divine is in and through its own creation. So when we are making a claim, we are not speaking from the standpoint of being an isolated spot separate from the divine, but it's an attitude of accepting, acknowledging, agreeing with a perfection that already exists. And here it is. You and I had nothing to do with the creation of this perfection. We didn't think it up. We didn't plan it out. We didn't cause it to be. And this is something to celebrate. Because the human mind is the human mind, limited to what human is. So, when we are praying, we are identifying with the living spirit, which is broader, deeper, vaster. And so we say to ourselves, I realize that the living spirit is all that there is, and that it is perfect, and that it is right where I am. And I gratefully acknowledge and accept my place in the spiritual scheme of things. I see and know myself as the living spirit must see and know me. And I boldly claim and accept the perfection of the spiritual realm as my own lived experience. There can be nothing separate from the divine. I am one with it. I am one in it. I am one of it. It flows through me, and it is my life. I am rooted in its completion, in its wholeness. The living spirit is my life, and my life is the living spirit. There's nothing else. Therefore, today, as I move about the world, anything that suggests something else, I put it behind me. I deny that it can have any power over me. I separate myself from any of my thoughts that wish to lead me astray. Today, with complete relaxation, I accept that which the living spirit has given me, myself. I partake in the nature of the living spirit. And so it is. Thank you for being here today, and I look forward to being with you again soon. Have a blessed day,